Shabbat Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. I hope you're doing well. Y'all, Three Eye Atlas made its pass by the Earth about 1 a.m. in the morning, and there were a lot of people that didn't time it right. I went on one live stream. I was cracking up. Everybody in the chat was mad because whoever was running the live stream didn't have it on in time and they missed the whole thing. I was just like, oh man, they were pissed. They were mad as hell. And you had to be careful. There were some people that had them up, y'all, and it was nothing but AI. They just wanted people to come on their channel for clicks and views. And then there were some that were really legitimate. So I'm going to show y'all a few. Now, the ones that I noticed were legit were actually the amateurs, the people that were not big like space.com or NASA or anything. They were just people that got big telescopes set up in their backyards. They seem to have the best shots. And it's this one guy I watch, and he always shows different shots almost on a regular basis. And he just does everything right from his yard. And he gets really good shots. He gets better shots than some of these organizations that have these big industrial size, you know, telescopes and everything. So I look at his, I know a lot of people look at Stephen Burns. In fact, I got his name from Stephen Burns. And there's a couple of other names that are floating out there that are amateurs. And, you know, it's all in the timing of how, and I watched his, and in fact, I'll put the link in my community tab. He actually streamed it for 8 straight hours. So I will put that in the community tab when I'm done. So if you didn't get to see it, you'll get to see it through his streaming. And listen, y'all, it really was a very divine thing that occurred. Now, I know some people think it didn't, oh, it just passed by. It was no big deal. No, actually, it was. Look at the timing. This occurred during the Shabbat. 1 a.m. in the morning is the Shabbat when this thing made its pass. It could have made a pass anytime, but it didn't do it anytime. It did it on the Shabbat. And if you think that's not significant, you better think again. It really, truly is. You know, and there's a lot of people, oh, nothing really happened. No, the Most High is not going to let a Gentile see everything he does. We will see in the coming weeks what significant thing will occur. I believe big changes are coming. I really do. But it's not going to be boom in your face like that. But big things are definitely coming. I think life is about to get worse for these Gentiles. And things are about to get a little more comfortable for us up in here. And I think they already noticed that now, especially, we're sitting everything out and we're not getting involved in everything that's going on with these Gentiles, especially the ones that have talked trash about us, like the Latinos and the Somalians and Nigerians, all these people out here talking all kinds of garbage about us. And then see when they get caught up in a situation, then they want our help. And I'm so glad we have not gotten weak and said, no, we need to get back out there. There are some, but I noticed those are not Israelites. Those are, people that are more like Christians. And I've heard them speak and say, I know we said we were sitting this out, but we really need to get back involved." And usually when I take a closer look, those are Christians. Those are not really our people, you know, not our spiritual brothers and sisters. They're a physical brother and sister, but not on a spiritual level, if you know what I mean. And he's setting the stage for us. He is. I really truly believe that. And we just got to hang in there, y'all. It's all about enduring. It really is. But we must not give in to anything. And I'm glad we haven't. They have been, and I got a video, well, some videos that I'm gonna show you tomorrow because the Somalians are on that. "Oh, if we get deported, you Black Americans are next." The same thing the Latinos were saying. "Oh, y'all are next." And we'd have told these people a million and one times, "We are citizens. We can't be deported." And they're still on. And now the Somalians are on that crap. "If they can take us out of here, you Black Americans are next." I was like, okay, so we'll be getting into that tomorrow. You know how it is. So I did get a glimpse at it. It took me some time going around to different channels. You had to really be careful about what you looked at. But I was able to find this one guy, and I will, when we get to him, I'll stop the video and I'll show him to you. And like I said, when we get done, I will post the link. And there was another reason why I was up. Y'all gonna, I'll show it to you. Um, like over the last couple of weeks, I told y'all I've been ailing a bit, and I notice that like the nerve pain in my arm had gotten worse. So I got tired. You know how you just get tired of taking pills all the time? Well, I got to that point, and I said, "You know what I need?" And I haven't done this in a while. I need a good detox. I need to just detox. So I bought this detox kit, 28 days, 84 tea bags. Now, they do have a 14-day kit. Like, if you don't want to do 28 days, you can do 14 days. So I said I got the 28-day kit, and I said what I would do is I would just judge it as I go along. I could do 14 days and then save the tea bags. And when I was ready to do another 14 days at a different time. So I start detoxing. When I tell you this stuff gonna make you go, this stuff gonna make your butt jump and you gonna live in the bathroom. I mean, you gonna live in there. This stuff is cleaning my behind out. It's cleaning me out. It's only been 3 days since I've been drinking it, and it has a chart on it. It tells you how to take it in the morning, in the afternoon, you do another tea bag, and then you do another tea bag with your dinner, okay? And it gives you the chart, and it tells you which tea bags to have at which times, and it gives you a full 28-day chart. Y'all, in 3 days, I'm down 5 pounds, and I have not taken anything. I'm trying to do a full cleansing. I haven't even taken the vitamins I normally take. I'm doing a full cleansing, so I'm down 5 pounds, and my nerve pain is still there, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad. So it is working. This detox tea does work. I ain't gonna lie. This stuff, man. I said this the only reason why I was able to be up watching Three Eye Atlas because my butt was jumping last night. I was jumping. Yeah, in 3 days, I'm down 5 pounds just doing this detox kit. And it's really not that expensive. It's like about $21. And they got a 14-day kit. Like I said, if you don't want the 28 days, you can buy the 14-day kit. Hold on, let me see if I can click on that one so you can see it. This is the 14-day kit. So if you don't feel like doing 28 days, you can do the 14-day kit. And you know what? It really don't matter which one you do. You're going to lose weight because you're going to be running to the bathroom. This is the weight loss 14-day kit. And this is the cleanse 14-day kit. All right. So you can get either one. I decided to get the 28-day kit. So I just wanted to show y'all what I was doing. But I have to tell you, I am feeling better. Even the headaches have gotten better, which I found out it's my sinuses. I did get myself checked. And, my doctor said it was my sinuses. So this detox should even help my sinus problem that I'm having. So I'm hoping in about a week or so that I'm feeling completely better after doing this detox for a full week. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, y'all. So let's get to the real reason why we are here. All right. Now, let's show you. They found this cave drawing, and some people believe that Three Eye Atlas was actually here before. And, my son and I, we were talking, and he was saying that a lot of people believe that the Most High was in this vehicle on top of Mount Sinai when he was talking to Moses. And that's why the top of it was all scorched up from him being inside this vessel and when he was interacting with Moses. And, our people were following this vessel leaving out of Egypt. So it's not the first time it's been here. There's a lot of history that says otherwise, that that we have been visited on this planet, and this is definitely not the first time something's come. Now these people that are in charge want you to believe it's the first time something came whizzing by here, or it's the third object. I don't believe that. I'm just telling y'all, I don't believe in all the years this planet has been here that only three objects from outside the solar system came through here. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think it's been more. They just could not detect it until recently. That's what I believe. I don't think that it's only been three at all. Yeah, this drawing is inside of a cave in Peru. That's correct. Okay. So, y'all, let's get started.
We just observed a very rare burst of energy in the Schumann resonances, Earth's naturally resonant energy fields, which are created from a variety of geophysical processes, primarily lightning strikes, but they're also created within our body, specifically our brain waves, perfectly overlap with Schumann resonances in frequency and in strength. And what is so bizarre about this burst of energy here is that it occurred just hours before the absolute closest approach of interstellar object 3I Atlas to Earth. The separation distance between 3I Atlas and the Earth was just 1.8 astronomical units. Distance from sun to Earth is 1. So that was at 6 a.m. Universal Time, December 19th. It just occurred less than 24 hours ago as I'm recording this video, and this occurred at 2:40 a.m. Universal Time. So 3 hours and 20 minutes before that exact closest approach. So it's right there, folks. Boom, we get this 25 hertz signal to pop off. You'll notice that it's not a bleed of frequencies. It's not broadband signal. It's a very precise signal going from about 24 to 26 hertz. And that's also very important as relates to some of the observational data that we have regarding Schumann resonances, because we often see these pre-earthquake signals in the Schumann resonances from 24 to 26 hertz. Very specifically, what happens is that sometimes before high magnitude earthquakes, we observe these anomalous bursts of.
Now, what you're looking at is probably the fantastic images.
Okay, so this is the guy that had his stream up for 8 hours. And I found out about him through Stephen Burns. And he does like different shots of 3I Atlas. He's done some really good shots of it, especially during the time of the shutdown. And people were saying his pictures are better than the ones that came out from NASA. And the only, like I said, I found out about him through Stephen Burns, and he actually did a live stream of this. This is from his actual live stream that he did on 3I Atlas. And when we're done, I will get the 8-hour stream he did and I'll put it in my community tab. So anybody that's interested in looking at it or even looking at a little bit of it, you'll be able to do it. Okay, so I don't know where I think he's in the United States. I just don't know where. He does, he's Ray Retro Photography. And like I said, I'll have the link in the community tab. So just be on the lookout for it. I'm sorry, astrophotography. Ray's astrophotography.
That we have ever taken of Comet 3 Atlas, December 19th, early hours. I don't think we can ever beat this data. Technically, this is not a comet unless you expand the definition, but there is a lot more to it. I'll show you that. See that? This is a clear direction change. You can make a note of this number. It's 74 and 73. So 74 and 73. This is literally 60 seconds apart. In one picture, you're seeing this. Other picture, you're seeing this. There is a jet here. There is a jet here on site. 74. No, it's not in the same place. You see that? This jet right now is right here. So I'll put the edge of the jet here, like with my mouse. This is where 74 is. And 73 is over there. You see that?
So 3i Atlas reached its closest approach today. I think it was around 1 a.m. in the morning. And I've been seeing some insane pictures taken by independent astronomers, right? Look at this fucking picture that was taken by an independent astronomer named Matthew Crawford of 3i Atlas today. Bro, absolutely stunning. But anyway, my opinion has stayed the same. I believe it's a fucking spaceship. I've always believed it was a fucking spaceship. And I'm going to always believe that it's a fucking spaceship. To the end of time. Never faltered, never wavered. And especially in the past few weeks since December the 1st, with all of these fucking ships just showing themselves. All of these cloaked ships revealing themselves. Oh, we've been seeing things for years, bro. I'm seeing shit that we've never seen before. These are ships that we've never fucking seen before. Look at this thing that the UFO finders found. What the fuck is that? She calls it a highlighter marker. Then today, something that looked like a fucking orange slice is flying through the fucking air. Okay? What is going on? You can't say that these things are coincidences. These things are not mutually exclusive. Okay? You don't get R2 Swan, 3i Atlas in the same year. Okay? Interstellar. comets at the least, okay? Traveling from the deep dark billions and billions of miles. And then within the same week as it reaches its closest approach, we get a ton of other ships. Did they just show up to see 3i Atlas? Get the fuck out of here. It's not a coincidence. And it's ships that we've never seen before, that the military has never even identified on their little list of disclosure. Come on. I mean, black smoke, UFOs, UAPs. Look at the fucking clouds. Cloaked ships left and right. Every time someone looks up in the fucking sky, it's a cloaked ship now. This is unreal. And especially, like I said, the past couple weeks. It just so happens to be that this is the week that 3i Atlas makes its closest approach. It just so happens that Steven Spielberg is putting out his disclosure movie and we get the first trailer this week. It just so happens that all the whistleblowers are coming out talking about disclosure. We got the disclosure documentary that just came out. Now all these ships, bro, we heard gurgling, talking. They're trying to fucking talk to. This has been in the books, bro, for decades, and it's finally happening. That's why everything's happening at once, because they knew that this shit was going to happen. They knew. That's why NASA's so close-lipped about 3i Atlas, bro. Why? Why would you need to be so secretive, show us these blurry-ass pictures of 3i Atlas, and then talk in circles at a conference? If it's just a comment. And even if it is just a comment, it's a very fucking miraculous comment, and you're playing it down. Yeah. Yeah.
No, they know it's not a comet, y'all. You know, the one thing about these Gentiles, they know their time is up. They're watching everything just like we are. They know what the Bible says, they know what the Torah says. They know they were only given a set amount of time to rule this earth, and they know their time is up. That's why their birth rate is in the toilet. There's no point in having no big explosion of babies on the earth because the time of this Gentile world is over. There's no need for a bunch of babies right now. There's not. You know, that's why you don't see all these Gentiles having babies. But, you know, everybody was yapping about the Latinos. You see them getting them out of here. If they are having a lot of babies, they're going to have to go back home and have them. They can't have them in this country anymore. And they already said it has been a major shift in the Latino population since all of the ICE raids that have been going on, because some have already left on their own. And some, of course, you know, they're still getting tackled down by ICE. But they said already there has been a big shift in the Latino population in this country. And Trump plans on doing these raids his entire term. So you're talking about a shift from when he started these raids to now. Can you imagine how big of a shift it will be by the time the 4 years come? Oh, it's going to be big. You know, especially if you're seeing a difference now. And now you see what's happening with these Somalians. And, you know, and that's another thing. You know, I was reading up about them last night because I was listening to one of them live streams over there on TikTok, and they had the nerve to be talking about single mothers in the Black community. Do you know there's a lot of single mothers in the Somalian community? A lot of those women are single mothers. In fact, the majority of them in the Somalian community over there in Minnesota are single mothers. So they got a lot of nerve talking about that when it comes down to our people. It's a lot of those men that have dropped them babies with women and walked the hell away. A lot of those women are with child or have children with those Somalian men, and those Somalian men have not married those women. So they really don't have any, they have no business trying to speak on us at all. And with all the scamming and everything, see, we had the stigma, but see, I know why they put the stigma on us. White people were just trying to take the heat off of themselves for all the things they did to us. That's why they put all the stigmas on us. Oh, you commit the crimes. Oh, you do this, you do that. No, no. And see, y'all, as time goes on, you're going to see we weren't committing all the crimes they claim. Look at what's happening now. Look at all the scamming that's coming out. All of the the scamming that the Nigerians are doing with the degrees, and then all of the stealing of money that we see the Somalians, and it's a lot of violence. You got to really look at the crime statistics of these Somalians, y'all. A lot of stuff that they did in Somalia, they're doing here on the US soil. They're doing more than scamming. They're doing a lot of violent crimes as well. And now you have the Haitians, and I'm also reading there's a lot of scamming going on with these Jamaicans as well. So, when you start peeling everything back, we ain't gonna look so bad after all. That's all I'm saying. We're not gonna look so bad after all, because we had gotten blamed for many things that we didn't even do. But now you're going to really see who's problematic up in here. And it's not going to all point to us anymore. And see, now I think they're already seeing the writing on the wall. I really do. I really do. And look at how these people are crying because of the way Donald Trump is talking about them, calling them scum, and he wants them out of here. Oh, they are so hurt. I've seen some of them crying on video, some of them Africans crying on video because of the way Donald Trump has been talking, because Africans got it bad. They look at them as white saviors. And their white savior is talking about them like that. Oh, they are crushed. They are deeply hurt. Hmm. But I think with Three Eye Atlas, that shift is going to be way more significant than we ever seen before. I really do. I think the shift is going to be undeniable about who is the real problem up in here. And now Africans got that stigma of scamming on them, of being thieves. They got that stigma on them now. And I think they realize it, because I'm starting to see Africans even from other nations speaking out, saying now they're looking at all of us funny. Well, now you know what it's like to be us. We've been dealing with that the entire time. One person in our community commit a crime and we all get blamed for the crime. We've been dealing with that forever. Y'all are just starting to feel it. This is just the beginning for you. You know? So y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I got our Bible study starting at 1:45. So those of you that normally are there, I will see you. And those of you that will not be there, please enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And I do have another live coming up because Donald Trump expanded the ban on African and Caribbean nations. And y'all, these bans are permanent. These folks cannot come back in this country. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. These folks, if they were planning on bringing their families over, they can't do that now. They can't. This what Donald Trump is putting in place is permanent. This is not no temporary thing at all. Oh, well. So I will see you all later. And let me do my thank yous. Sorry. All right. So, Eagle Talons, thank you for the 5-month membership and support for my channel. And Curly Locks, thank you for your super sticker and support for my channel. I deeply appreciate it. Make sure you share the live streams because that's how I get more recognition from the algorithm. So, y'all, Shabbat Shalom.